Alright, so I've moved my workstation a little bit so it's not next to the furnace and you can hear what I'm saying. Here's what I've got so far. So, right there, it's just the glass. The clear glass is probably a bad choice for making a video of, but really it doesn't really matter what kind of bottle bottom you use. A wine bottle will probably work really well too. All those edges are knocked off, and it's pretty sharp, so be careful. And now I'm going to start taking flakes off of there to try and fix that concavity right there. And so what I'll do is you'll take flakes off the bottom, off of this part and this part, and you'll take flakes off the top right here. So you're making it thinner and flatter, hopefully. Now usually it's not perfect, like there'll be a little bit of bend at the tip, but usually it's not too bad. And honestly, this is so easy. I could do it the first time I tried. Like, it's not hard at all. And so how I'll do this is I'll take my pressure flaker. What I've done here is I put the curve right there up against my hand and then pinched it with my fingers so that it's like that. And then I'll take the pressure flaker and put it right on the edge there, however far I want the flake to go, and I'll press and press and press, and then it'll flake one right there. That was a small one, you can see, and it'll just take a flake of glass right off of there. And hopefully you can get some long ones going, and you can take more stuff and you don't have to come in from the other side, because that's kind of a bother. There's another one. That was another short one. Here's another short one. Looks like they're stuck like that now. Like I said, I am no way an expert at this. I taught myself and I'm pretty much just figuring it out as I go. I've made a bunch of these and they're really easy to do. Another thing too is that you don't have to have a piece of leather for your hand guard here, your hand pad. In fact, I used a dish rag for a while, and it worked just fine. Pretty much anything that'll keep these shards of glass off your hands, which would be good. So I'll take one more off of there, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Now, what I said about doing it with the pliers earlier is you'd use the pliers as a pressure flaker. Honestly, there's no real difference. I kind of like this because I'm not scratching up the tips of my pliers. So, I'll show you up against there. That wavy part right there is where I've been taking flakes off, and it just goes around like that. And as you can see, it's made the glass a little bit thinner and flatter. So now I'll take a couple off of this edge right here and this edge right here. And then, you know, it's the same thing as last time. We're going to pinch it, except this time the edge that we're going against, which is right there, is in, just like it was last time actually. And I'll pinch it with my fingers, and then I'll start taking it down with this. I'll move to the other part. And the important thing is not to get frustrated. Like, honestly, with half of a bottle cap, you probably get like at least 2, maybe 3 small arrowheads out of that. So, or half of a bottle bottom, you could get that much out. But it's really, if you mess up and break it, it's not that big of a deal. They didn't cost you anything, right? So, or I don't know, 5 cents depending on where you live in the country for a bottle. But it's really, it's cheap, it's easy, and it's kind of an interesting pastime to do. So what I'm going to do now is, I've got good enough there. I mean, it's not fantastic, just really short ones. But I'll take a stone that I've got around here. Here we go. and I think I'm going to knock some of those sharp edges right off there so I can have a platform for getting the next flakes across the middle from the other side. So how I'm going to do this, I think, is I'll take this stone and I'll just knock a couple of these edges off. And sometimes they'll flake on their own without the pressure flaker because of the angle of that platform there. So all I'm doing here is just taking this and getting the sharp edge off and trying to make it more flat so that I can take flakes off of there and bring it on that. I'll finish that up and then I'll get back to you.